Just meditate. Waves are bigger today. Breathe in, breathe out. In, out. There are flies in my face. Let's see if I can accept it. Spine straight. How about balance? Always balanced. Mind and body. Centered, grounded, connecting to the core. Where is that core that balances everything? Or resolve the conflict? Beyond the paradox. In, out, right, left, front, back. Noise and silence. Centered, balanced. What's at the center? Is that in your mind? I feel flies on my hands. Will I be bothered, or will I be still rested? If there's a pain, and if it's strong, do you bear, or do you let go and resolve by itself? when I meditated in Vipassana 25 years ago, I committed to bear. I had a back pain. I bear. It gets so strong. I didn't know what to do. And at the peak of the pain, I question, I have this pain, is it because I'm trying to get out of the pain? That switched my mind. I was struggling and in pain. My mind said escape, but I committed to sit. And when I thought, is that because I'm trying to escape from the pain? I have the pain. I look at the pain as if with the fresh eyes. And I couldn't find it. I didn't know what's going on. I just observed. Here, there, no pain. It was a very, very severe pain. I thought I had to go to the hospital or something. You may call that I had an open mind at the time to look at the situation. Where is the pain? And I found my body was alive. Wherever I looked, piece by piece, I checked here and there. There was aliveness. I could feel the cells of the body alive, vibrating everywhere. The more I looked, here, there, it was as if they were communicating with each other. I was simply observing. Mind was clear. There was no self or ego. I wasn't trying to get out of the pain anymore. There was a moment of my awakening. The energy flew as if body was dancing, happy to be noticed. I have 3 flies walking around, one on my hand, one on my face. On the left hand there's another one. It was just that. It is just that. I found the nature's way prevailing as it should and as it will. That was 25 years ago. Instead of the pain, I had a smile. And I didn't know what happened because the mind couldn't figure out. I talked about this to the assistant teacher. They are instructed to give certain opinions, I'm sure. They just told me to keep focusing on breathing. The event that happened to me is called Panga, a form of awakening, but they didn't talk about it. I just figured out. I remember that evening as I lay down in the bed and I looked in my eyes closed. I just observed what's inside and I felt that energy is freely moving around as I see it. I felt comfortable, relaxed, felt the energy inside my whole body moving around. It was so strong. I think the next day I felt the same. But as soon as I focus doing this Vipassana, paying inner body sensation, my heart started to beat so fast. I thought I'd go crazy. I didn't know what's happening. So I talked to the assistant teacher. There's only noontime we have some time to talk. The rest of the time, no eye contact, no talk to anyone. And the assistant teacher told me, just focus on breathing or stop meditation. I believe that's what he said. I just wondered if I kept on observing. Because I was letting the natures to take over. So that's the story of the Banga or awakening in my first Vipassana 10-day course with Mr. Goenka. Mr. Goenka on the video talking to us. He was relaxed, smiling, joking often, as if to let us to go through this meditation. Giving us evening time to tell us some jokes, as if to relax again. And continue day by day, every moment. I had a smile, no more pain, and I didn't know what happened. So that was the event of my first Vipassana at California Vipassana Center nearby Yosemite. I went back there every year for a dozen times, perhaps more. 10-day course and other courses. There's something in us, magical power, I may call it nature's way, or you may call it Tao, or some other names. When we have doubt, we may think we have doubt because It's in the mind playing a game. If you play with it, it enhances. It can be pain. If you try to get out of the pain, it may encourage the pain. Because you're thinking instead of not thinking and accepting, and no ego, no thinking, no self, no ego. So awakening is not the concept, it's experiential wisdom. If you try to solve the problem with your mind, you may get stuck, and you need to connect to the root, which you have, but may not know it. So you keep struggling instead of accepting. Breathe in, breathe out. Paying attention to what's really is going on, and find the nature's way prevailing, solving problems, and keep us alive, our body happy, body cells connecting to each other. I realize it's more than 20 minutes. Let's stop here. You have a good day, good life. May all beings be happy.